Oklahoma's far-right superintendent, you might have heard of him, his name is Ryan Walters, the same guy who tried to force the Bible into public schools. Well, he's now being probed after having nude adult content appear on his computer. You know, real man of Christ. That was then mirrored onto a TV during an executive session for the Oklahoma State Board of Education.
Oops.
It's always these guys. It's always the hardcore Bible thumpers. And by the way, for the wonderful Christians watching this is not a knock on you. I'm talking about the people who love to like wave the Bible around and talk about the importance of their religion and how they want to force it onto everyone else. They're usually the ones who are watching the naughty stuff on their computers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it real.
And the Bible had a name for them, hypocrites.
Yes.
And by the way, guys, Christians, don't take it personally. It's in every religion.
Yes.
Whoever's the most extreme, the most fundamentalist of a religion is always the biggest hypocrites, always doing the worst, most immoral things imaginable.
Yeah.
Like the fundamentalists in Afghanistan who, yes. Being gay is so wrong, and then they get a boy, etc. Yep. Let alone, and then stories about that in almost every religion. So if somebody's thumping you over the head with a religious text and telling you how immoral you are and how they're better than you and you should change your life, guaranteed they're watching the dirtiest porn you've ever seen, and that's a bare minimum.
Now he denies it, but let me walk you through the details of the story before we get to his denials. So Walters has basically fallen back on this tactic of deny. But first, more on what allegedly happened during this board meeting. So according to the Oklahoman, which by the way, Walters likes to refer to as the Wokelahoman.
Yeah, Oklahoma press is so well known for their liberal bias.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so board members Ryan Dethridge and Becky Carson they witnessed all of this. They saw it happen in real time with their own eyes, and they decided to speak up. The board members had been meeting behind closed doors to discuss a whole host of things, including teacher licensing, student attendance appeals, and some other sensitive issues. Walters was also discussing a plan to essentially do a special test on teachers moving into Oklahoma from liberal states to make sure they don't bring so-called woke ideas to Oklahoma. Now, Becky Carson said the images caught her eye during the meeting. And I was like, those are naked women, she said. And then I was like, no, wait a minute, those aren't naked, surely those aren't naked women. Something is playing a trick on my eye. Maybe they just have on tan bodysuits. This is just really bizarre. I saw them just walking across the screen and I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I even have to use this language, but I'm like, those are her nipples. And then I'm like, that's pubic hair. What in the world am I watching? I didn't watch a second longer. I was so disturbed by it. I was like, what is on your TV? I was very stern, like I'd been a mother or a classroom teacher. And I said, what am I watching? Turn it off now. So it's unclear who was responsible for the images or why they were broadcast. Ryan Dethridge said Walters was seated with his back to the television screen and the sound on the TV was off as this was all playing out. So he didn't realize it was happening as it was happening. And not everyone could see the television in the room. So State Board of Education members hold their executive sessions in an area of Walters's office in which there is a television set in view, although it's not visible to everyone in the room because of how the board table is set up. Dethridge and Carson said Walters did not apologize or offer an explanation after he turned off the television once he was alerted to the issue by Carson, and that the executive session continued. No mention of the incident occurred in the public portion of the board meeting after board members exited the executive session. Dethridge and Carson said Walters immediately rose from the table and turned the television off. Quote, when he came back to the table, there was no discussion, there was no apology. We moved on with our meeting, Dethridge said. Now, it seems as though the tactic that Walters plans to use here is that it's a setup. Okay, that he denied all of this, essentially calling it a witch hunt. I'll quickly read from the post that he put up on social media. As I lead the charge for a bold overhaul of education in Oklahoma, putting parents back in control, rejecting radical agendas, and demanding excellence, it's no surprise to face politically motivated attacks. Who put the porn on your computer, bro? It's your computer. What do you mean that you're the target of a witch hunt? No one downloaded porn onto your computer other than likely you. Okay, so what's going on here? It says any suggestion that a device of mine was used to stream inappropriate content on the television set is categorically false. I have no knowledge of what was on the TV screen during the alleged incident, and there is absolutely no truth to any implication of wrongdoing. These falsehoods are the desperate tactics of a broken establishment afraid of real change. They aren't just attacking me, they're attacking the values of Oklahomans.
No, they're not. They're attacking you.
Who elected me to challenge the status quo. Now, he has been a vocal critic of pornography, which makes me think he's spanking the salami to pornography every night. Cenk, back to you.
Yes. So are the values of Oklahomans showing porn during these board meetings? Especially when you're talking about kids in school? I don't think so. Okay, here's why I believe, this is my opinion, that he did it. He said the alleged incident. Okay, now, if it wasn't you, think about this, right? You're at a board meeting, somebody starts playing porn in your TV behind you, in a school board, right? And people go turn it off and they think it's yours and they're angry at you, as the lady describes, right? And you turn it off, what would your reaction be? Would you say, well, this was an alleged incident? Or would you say, who the hell put that up there? Who the hell put up the goddamn porn behind me, right? Or would you go, oh, it's no big deal. It's no big deal at all. I mean, they say it's an alleged incident, yeah, but I don't even know if the incident, well, but brother, we all know the incident happened.
Yeah.
So now when you say alleged, it's a tell. It tells us you're not upset that somebody played porn behind you. You're upset that someone exposed that you had porn on your TV.
State Representative Dick Lowe, that's his name, no pun intended.
Was he on the screen?
Said that he has no question that this is true, though he doesn't know all the facts. So he apparently spoke to the board members. He doesn't deny that this occurred, and they have launched a probe of content that might or might not include probing of its own.
I'm sure that this brother's probing a lot of things. Okay, so, and of course, as always, come back to the hypocrisy. So this is the guy who said, we gotta bring the Bible into schools and bring values back, okay? Bibles and porn, that's what's right for Oklahoma. No, it's not okay.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, let's end on that banger.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.